We're recording. All right, so tonight I have been listening to a lot about critical activities as a coach and like what we need to do every day in order to make our business successful. And I kind of am going over a training by Janelle Summers, but adding my own 2 cents in, if that makes sense. So we're going to go over 12 like ultra critical activities as a coach in order for you to make this business successful. And you need to be doing these constantly. So first activity, first like super critical thing is your mindset. As a Beachbody coach, it doesn't matter what you look like. Like, it doesn't matter if you're overweight. It doesn't matter if you're skinny. It doesn't matter if you have a 6-pack. Like, we don't care about that. It doesn't matter if you are awesome at typing, you're awesome on the computer. Like, we don't care about that either. I don't care if you can't spell. Like, yeah, it's good if you can spell well on your posts, but as a Beachbody coach, the reason personal development is so important for us is because we need to be confident, and our confidence that's going to change our business. So as you become more confident, other things will come. Your skill set will get better. Your posts will get better because you're confident. That is why personal development is the number one thing as a Beachbody coach that we need to be doing every day. It is more important than anything else in this business is personal development. So everyone knows that probably already. Number 2, product of the product. Be proof the products work. This is super important because it's kind of hard to sell something and say, hey, you should try this program if you're not doing it yourself. Like, hey, you should, I'm pregnant, so pretty much this is my example for everything right now. You should work out while you're pregnant, but I sit on my couch and eat bonbons all day. Like, does that make sense? You need to be proof that the products work. You need to be a product of the product. You need to believe in the products. And if you are using those products, you are going to believe in the products. And if you're doing personal development, you're going to be confident with sharing how important these products are. So that's number 2. Number 3, it's work from a list. Or invite, which we all know, invite. But what I think has helped me a ton, and it's been huge, is I decided to sit down and list everyone that I've ever known, ever. Like, I've looked at all my Facebook friends, like listed them, and recently I've decided that I've highlighted the ones that I think would be good coaches. I highlighted the ones that I think could use Beachbody. I highlighted the ones where I feel like would be good couples challengers, because we've really kind of been on a roll with doing couples challenge every month. And I'd like to do a couples challenge next month. Like, I would like to get enough people to be able to do that. So make a list of everyone. Like, I know that sounds really lame and super like MLM marketing, like, but make a list of everyone you know, because you're going to see and you're going to be able to reconnect with those people. You may make that list and think, oh, I haven't talked to this person forever, and see them on Facebook and find that you have more in common with them now than you've ever had in common with them your whole life. Like, you become friends with these people. Our business is about reconnecting with people. It's about connecting with people. It's about building friendships. It's especially in the beginning of your business, because this is where you're getting your customer base. This is where you're getting those people that, I mean, ultimately people are going to talk about you as a coach and tell other people about you as a coach. So at the beginning of your business, like in the first 2 months, you need to make that list. Like, I wish that I had made a list in my first 2 months of being coach. I mean, I decided to be a discount coach for X amount of months, and like, I really didn't do a whole lot of anything. But like, if you make that list and you decide that you are going to help people, and you have that mindset of like, I don't care, you're confident, you will be successful. So those are the 3 that Beachbody teaches you. Like, everyone says those are your 3 vital behaviors. Anyway, so another quote for that is, a lot of people, especially me at first, like, what do you talk to people about? Like, how do you talk to people? How do you connect with people? Like, it's kind of scary to just message people. It really is. And one thing that I heard was compliment, comment, and question. Make it about that person. Like, when you're scrolling through your newsfeed, it's going to make a difference if you're commenting on people's things. But don't just comment, like say they're pregnant, because this is my example for everything right now. Say they just got pregnant. Say, congratulations. That is so awesome. How are you feeling? That's a great lead up to Beachbody. Like, how are you feeling? Or say they comment on their Facebook, like they're talking about a struggle, like not having enough money, like not having a job or being a stay-at-home. Say something like, wow, that's awesome that you're going through this and you're still remaining positive, something complimentary. So you're commenting just by saying that. I hope everything is okay. How can I help? Is your question. And then maybe message them and say, hey, I have this awesome business opportunity. Like, I know that you're struggling right now. Like, this has helped me a ton, and this could be a full-time income for your family. Like, compliment, comment, and question. It's super easy. It can build a conversation. Like, even if they just like bought a new car, you can talk about how that's awesome that you bought a new car. I love that vehicle. I've wanted that vehicle. Where did you buy it from? And they message you. You've started a conversation without even having to message them. They're talking to you. It just makes it easier. And then right now, you don't always have to, it's the beginning of your business. Yeah, we're all interesting people. Yeah, we want to personalize our stuff, but Janelle Summers said something that was really cool, and she said, don't always try to be interesting. Be interested. Like, you're building relationships at the beginning of your business. Be interested in people, because that's ultimately what's going to get you customers in the beginning. Eventually, you're going to get to the point where people are going to be watching you, because, I mean, you hit that point in your business where you have so many people that you're talking to, like, they're going to be watching you and messaging you based on your content, based on what you're putting on social media. But all of us, I mean, I think most of you guys are fairly new coaches. And so right now, you're building relationships, you're being proof the products work. Like, that is what we're doing. So number 4, increase your network by 2 to 3 people every day. And this is huge, guys, like so huge, because you may not know this, like our business takes 30 to 90 days in order for our turnover. So you can be talking to people like really, and I've seen this, like the people I talked to in October that said no are now buying challenge packs in January, February. Like, it just takes time. And eventually you're going to run out of people to talk to. Like, even if you don't talk to these people in your network, go back to that list that I said to make in number 3. And those people you know that aren't on your Facebook page, add them on Facebook. I mean, you can't add a whole lot because Facebook will, they'll boot you, but add 2 or 3 people a day. Join mom groups, like add people to your basic network so that you don't run out of people, because you're going to hit a point in your business where you've talked to all your friends. Like, I'm sorry, it's going to happen. You've talked to all your family. And if you're not adding those 3 people a day, you're in trouble. And if you're not consistent with it, like say you're doing awesome, like you're rocking your business, you're forgetting to add people, like those are the people that are going to buy stuff from you in the next 3 months. Like, add them. It's like one of the most important things you can do is expand your network, add people. It's not hard to add people. Anyway, and after that, you need to be making posts, because these people don't know you as well, and they're going to get to know you on Facebook. Whereas your friends and family, people you've known your whole life, they kind of already have an idea of what you're like, how you talk, who you are. So these new people are going to be even more attracted to your posts because that's how they're going to know you, is through your Facebook. So that's why it's also important that we don't just post about Beachbody all day. Like, yeah, post about Beachbody in subtle ways, but make sure that they're getting to know you in other ways as well, so they know you're a person and you're personable, because those are the people that are going to be totally attracted to your Facebook posts and will eventually message you later. Also, number 5, this is something that's new for me, and I feel like it's been working pretty good. Introduce the business to 3 to 5 people a week. Like, I don't care. We need to be getting 1 coach per week to grow our business. Like, introduce those people to the business, 3 to 5 people a week. Like, so whether it be something like they say, well, I don't have enough money to buy a challenge pack right now. That's a great intro to Beachbody coach. Like, okay, that's awesome. Well, have you ever thought about having a business at home? I mean, I know you don't have enough money right now. This is how many customers it takes. Like tell them about Beachbody. If they don't have money now, give them an opportunity to make money with it, because then it's going to click in their brain. They may tell you no. You may hear 10 no's, but for every 10 no's you hear, you're going to get a yes. And 3 of those no's is going to come back to you later and say, hey, remember that time? Or like, you can go back to them. I would never, ever say like, well, let me know. Don't ever leave a conversation with, well, let me know. Just say, that's great. I totally understand. Message them later. Like, that is the worst thing to end a conversation with ever in this business, because that's basically saying, all right, well, I'm letting you have the cop out of not wanting to get healthier when you just told me that you wanted to lose weight, like, and you want to get healthier. Like, don't let them give you that cop out. Say, all right, that's awesome. And message them again in a couple weeks. Like, follow-ups are important, but, even if they say no now, they are thinking about it and they're watching your posts. Like, whether they comment on your posts or not, they're thinking about it. It's in their brain. It's been brought up. I mean, sometimes it takes people months to join. Like, think about how long it took you to join Beachbody. Think about how long it took you to decide that you actually wanted to be a coach and not just get the discount. Like, think about that and realize that people are human and they are going to come back and talk to you later. Number 6, track people. Like, this is exactly what I was talking about. Follow up with them. Like, write everything down. I know that it sounds so monotonous and terrible and like it takes so much time, but if you don't, you're going to lose people. Like, I've been messaging people that I messaged back in like October when I sucked at tracking. Like, I didn't have a power hour checklist. Like, now I have a binder with stuff in it, but and these people are like buying on Amazon and stuff like that. Like, I lost so many customers because I did not track people. It is so important to track and follow up with people. Like, follow up with those people that you talked about coaching to. Follow up with those people that told you no. Like, it doesn't matter. They're watching you. Like, I swear, so many people, and I just has been bummed this week because I like went back through, like, I'm going to go through and just check my message box, make sure I'm not missing anyone, because sometimes we do. And it was like depressing to me how many people went and bought on Amazon because I had not followed up with them. Like, I could have followed up in 2 weeks and had a challenge pack sale, but instead they bought Shakeology off eBay for, I have no idea how you get Shakeology off eBay so cheap. Whatever coach is doing that is really pissing me off. Anyway, but they like buy Shakeology off eBay and then buy the program off Amazon and they're set, but they're not set because they don't have me and they don't have you. They're not set. You just totally, like, follow up is important. We're here to help people. Anyway, sorry, that really made me mad this week. So the magic in this business is the follow-up. Like, it's not about necessarily messaging people the first time. Like, yeah, it's about that. But 90% of those people are going to say no the first time. In fact, sorry, for the first 2 months of being a coach for me, it was like 100% of those people said no for the first time, which is fine. But all of them have eventually got to the program one way or another. So you need to, like, talk to people about it, follow up with people, track. Like, tracking is so important. Chelsea has a track, an online daily do it thing. I have a daily do it. Like, there's so many that you can find. You can personalize it to yourself where you're doing these things and you're checking them off, because sometimes that little check, like, even if you just mark it, it makes you feel good because you're like, hey, I did that. But then it also is helping you in so many other ways to be able to write down these people's names and remember them. Like, have it for the week. Also, trying to think. Sorry, guys, I've kind of lost myself. Also, okay. Perceived notions do break down. So as they're watching you on Facebook, like, they may have said no in the beginning, but they're still watching you, whether they comment, whether they like, or something like that. They're still watching you and they see what's going on. So you need to be confident in posting because they're seeing what's going on. They're seeing what you're saying. They're seeing what you're doing. They remember what you guys talked about. Like, and when you follow up with them, they've had that much more time to watch your posts. Like, which is great. That's awesome. They have more time to think about it. They have that much more time to see how many of your customers have tagged you in their posts or like your other coaches. You know what I mean? Like, they've had that much more time to talk to people about it. And talking to people is good. If you're a good coach, it's great when people talk to people. It's great when people do that because it's helping you build your business. Okay, number 7, host monthly challenges. We all know, like, we've been told this 1,000 times, like, host monthly challenges. Those challenges are where you place your customers. Those challenges are where people feel like they're a part. They're not being lost. And honestly, I have more people that love the challenges than anything else because they're like, oh, there's people like me who are in the same situation. Like, yeah, Kelsey's fit now. Like, yeah, Kelsey's in shape, but now I'm meeting people who are trying to get fit like me. So they're not only going to be more successful because they're in a challenge, they're relating to people, but they're also feel like they have a place. And it just makes you that much better of a coach to be able to give them that daily, like, dose of motivation and excitement. And there's no other way you can do it. Like, imagine if you had to text 35 people every day to remind them to work out. Like, Facebook challenges rock. I mean, because you are giving them everything they need to be successful without having to tell every single one of them individually what they need to be doing. I love challenges. Also, host a free challenge and a purchase challenge every month. Like, if you want to host a free challenge at the end of the month and then put them in a challenge the next, like, and make your free challenges, Chelsea talked about this on Monday, like, make them personal. Do something crazy. Do a water challenge. Like, seriously, genius idea, drinking water. Like, show me your check boxes, people. That's awesome. Like, do something health and fitness wise. Do a booty challenge. Do a personal development challenge. Like, this month, our challenge is love your body. Like, and a lot of my challenge posts lately are talking about loving yourself because honestly, how many people get depressed in February when they're single or when they're overweight or when they don't feel, because it's like the month of love and we can't even love ourselves. Like, there's so many things that you can do challenges on that are just awesome. Then trainings. You guys are awesome for being on these trainings. I know this sounds crazy. Like, if Chelsea talked about the same thing every Monday, I still would want to be on the trainings because just hearing your talk about it makes me super happy. Like, it's a motivation for us. It makes us realize that there are more than just us out in the world trying to make it happen. Like, you guys can look at the top of this bar and see how many people are on the challenge and say, hey, maybe I'm going to talk to Kelly today about how she's doing about Beachbody, or watch Kelly. Like, it helps you kind of, not only you get motivation, but you see that there's other people out there and you're relating to the coaches on your team. You're building relationships. And those trainings, it is going to be a lot of the same thing. Like, these trainings are going to be a lot of the same thing often because as coaches, in order for us to be successful, we need to be doing the same things over and over and over again. Like, and those things that we're doing are going to make us successful. These critical core activities are going to make us successful. So if we're talking about one specifically every week, that's awesome. Or if we're going over the same things, if we're going over events, trainings, that kind of stuff, like, wow, that was gross. Sorry, guys. That's super awesome because we're learning, we're being motivated. It's the same thing as personal development. Like, we're developing our business side of things. Like, trainings are super important. It's super important as you get your team to start doing your own trainings. Like, have your team come on Chelsea and I's trainings. That's awesome. I feel like we do pretty good. Chelsea does awesome at her trainings. But start building up that confidence to be able to tell people about it yourself. I have always been like a believer in the quote, fake it till you make it, because as you're studying and learning and teaching people these things, you're ultimately going to do it yourself. Like, that's just how it works. I know that sounds crazy, but when you're doing trainings, it's like you're resetting in your brain, like, what you need to do. And it makes it great. I mean, you're not only getting developed personally, your team is. Like, if you have team members, try to start doing trainings. Like, even if it's just one person and you're just talking to each other about how to get started, or talking to each other about the challenges you're posting, like, do trainings. That's awesome. You guys can totally do it. And I believe in every single one of you because you're all going to be awesome coaches because you're here right now. Like, that's awesome. Okay, number 9. This is my favorite thing to do every week since I've decided follow-up is so important. do a follow-up blitz. Like, choose a day and follow up with your customers, follow up with your coaches, follow up with all those people that you've missed out. Like, just don't even message anyone new that day. Like, every Friday, I wonder what was on my hat. Every Friday, I like follow up. That's my thing. My Fridays, I follow up. I don't even think about talking to new people, and maybe I should, but I follow up because 90% of the time, Fridays, that follow-up day, I'm messaging like 45 people. Like, that's a lot of people to talk to in a day, but it is my day to just focus on my customers, focus on my coaches, focus on those people who told me no before. Like, set aside a time to follow up, because those are going to be the people that buy challenge packs. And yes, you do need to message people every single day. I'm not saying that's not important. It is super important, because if you didn't, you wouldn't have a follow-up day. So make sure you're still messaging people every day, but choose a day to follow up with those people that you have been messaging. Number 10, post engaging posts. 3 per day. I know, I'm a terrible example of this today. I went to my grandparents' house and it was like, I was like stuck in war zone all day. 3 engaging posts every day. Like, no excuses. Don't talk about just nutrition. Don't talk about just Beachbody. Post different things. Facebook is super about different things. If you're an Insta person, choose something, post about fitness all day long. Instagram followers like consistency. Like, do that. That's cool. Facebook followers, they like to hear about your family. They like to hear about your house, your car, your kids, your hairdo. Like, did you change your hair? That's awesome. People on Facebook like that. Make it like that. And because it's the Insta age, pretty much, like, pictures are super important. Like, change the lighting. One of my favorite apps is called Visco Cam, VISCO Cam. Anyway, and you can change the exposure, you can change the contrast. Like, it has different filters, but you can pretty much make a photo look 100% awesome just by changing your exposure 90% of the time. Like, really, whether you're wearing makeup or not, sometimes that lighting makes the biggest difference in the world. So pick an app, make your pictures, and make them look beautiful. Okay, so this is one thing also that I don't do a whole lot, but everyone says we need to do it. Yeah, I like Avery too. That one's good too. Anyway, oh geez, what was I saying? Opinion posts, because people comment on opinion posts. When people comment on opinion posts, when people like opinion posts, it's going to put you more in those people's news feed. So post opinion posts like, should I wear this today? Should I wear that today? Do you like this hat better? Do you like that hat better? I want to build a house. Which house would you build? Like, out of 5 pictures, like, opinion posts are awesome. Do you like your biceps better, or are you more of a leg person or a butt person? Like, I mean, if you want to make it anything fitness related, you can do that. If you don't want to make it fitness related, don't. Like, post something like, find the panda in this crazy, you know what I mean? Like, post something where people are just going to stop and look at it and comment on it just because. Like, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be anything related. And I have yet to do it, I'm going to be honest, but everyone says that it is like uber awesome, because Facebook, with their algorithm, like, when people comment and stuff, they'll see your other posts. So that's my goal for tomorrow. Watch for my opinion posts. It's going to be pretty epic because I'm thinking of it in my brain right now. Anyway, so number 11, there's only 12, by the way, we're almost done. Train and build your team. Your team is so important. Like, love your team. Your team is what makes you the most awesome coach ever. They're your thing. You guys are so awesome. We're so glad to have you on our team, because you are what makes us awesome Beachbody coaches. Like, sorry, I'm throwing it out there. I'm an awesome Beachbody coach, especially feel awesome when I get a coach on my team. Don't ask me why, but it makes me like happy inside. And then when we see you guys succeeding, oh, it makes it even better. So succeed, because you can do it and you're awesome. Like, really though, you really are. Not only does your team get you bonuses, it like helps you build and accomplish your why. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, so Beachbody is to end the trend of obesity. Like, that's awesome. it can be even deeper than that. Like, your team is reaching out to so many more people. How much more confident did you get when you decided to turn on the TV for the first time and finish a workout program? Like, sorry, like, I made it through, what was it? 21-day fix challenge. It was the cardio one. And Chelsea told me I needed to do it. I was a new coach, and I just remember laying on the floor, and I even posted a selfie of my giant freaking, we don't need to talk about it, laying on the floor dead, and thinking, oh my gosh, I like made it through this. This is so cool. Like, you're helping people feel like that. Like, every week I get texts on my follow-up day, like, or messages of people saying, I lost 5 pounds this week. And you're like, oh, that's so cool. Like, you seriously are jumping up and down because you know these people are like changing their lives. Those people need to be coaches. You know what I mean? They need to be coaches. You guys are awesome. You are changing people's lives. Remember that. Build a team, because it's going to help you change even more people's lives. Like, your team is important. Train your team to be successful, because as they're successful, not only are you successful, it is exciting. Like, even if they surpass you and they become better coaches than you, it's exciting when they succeed. And then the last core activity is you need to never give up. Like, this business takes time. Like, 30 to 90 days, at least give it 30 to 90 days to say, hey, I've been on the trainings, I've done everything that I'm supposed to, and I'm getting customers, because it takes time. It's going to take a little bit to build it up. And some people are super successful off the bat, and that's great. But there's some people like me, Chelsea said it took her a little bit. Like, there's some of us that it takes a little while, and that's totally okay. Like, totally okay. And it's still totally doable to earn a 3-figure income within 2.5, 3 years. Like, but 2.5, 3 years is an instant. You know what I mean? Like, so many of us want just instant gratification. It's going to take time. It's going to take posting. It's going to take messaging people. It's going to take all 12 of those things. Like, it's not just going to come instantly. And I know that sounds terrible to say that, but if you could build $1 million business in 5 years, would you do it? You'd really try, or at least I'm really going to try. 5 years, yeah, 5 years isn't tomorrow, but 5 years is doable, and 5 years is enough time. There are top coaches in this company who have built $1 million businesses. They're $1 million earners within 5 years. And we can do that if we just consistently do those 12 things every day. Anyway, that is pretty much all I had to say. Do you guys have any questions? Next month, you guys should all be seeing, I'll have events up tomorrow on the challenges that I'm doing next month. Is anyone running any challenges next month? 21-day fixes on sale, extremes on sale, sizes on sale, refreshes on sale for $140 with the Shakeology. I don't know. Any questions? How's everybody doing? Go ahead, Chelsea.
Great. First of all, ooh, those are pretty. Great job. So much to go over. I loved everything. I just want to add a few things to what you said already. I love the idea of follow-up Friday, because I feel like when I do my power hour on Fridays, it really messes me up for the weekend, because I kind of stay off my messaging for the weekend just to take a break. And so when I send all those like new invites on Friday, I don't follow up till Monday. Basically, I don't even respond to them until Monday. So I love the idea of follow-up Friday. This Friday, I'm doing a power hour at 9:30. So I'm just going to put on a Zoom call. Anyone can jump in and do it with me. I'm going to try and do them every Wednesday, though. This Friday is just kind of a different one. But I think it'd be fun for us all to get together and do power hours together. Another thing is I really got this great tip about messaging. Basically, do your power hour, send out all your invites, add people to your network, post, do all your stuff, and then do your messages at the end. Like at the very end. Like get everything else done, and as people are responding, just ignore it and do it all at once. So instead of messaging just 1 to 2 people at a time and getting distracted, just do all 15, 20 of them at one time. Another thing, I'm just going to share my screen really quick. This is how I expanded my network tonight. And you never know how people are going to respond to like posts, but basically in the Nursing and Pumping Moms, which is like a breastfeeding group, I posted just a picture of these swimsuits, and I really didn't think I would get a response of like at all, but I just do random stuff, and 123 people liked it. And this was like an hour ago, and like responded. So I added all of the people, like all of them. Yes, a lot of them may not actually accept my friend request, but this is how I add people like my like-minded moms and people like me to my network every day. Just a couple more things. When you go to your messages, a lot of times you get messages in this other folder. So if you're not friends with these people and they message you, which you actually end up getting a lot, they go to this other folder. So check this at least once a week, because you might be surprised who's messaging you. So there's 2 folders. And when you guys are sending messages to people you don't know, they're going to the other folder, and a lot of people aren't checking this folder. So just be aware to add a friend and make sure they accept your request before you even spend the time messaging them, because they may not ever see it. And then finally, the last thing I have is the opinion posts. I love the idea of opinion posts, and I typically do them on Sundays. So I do that on Sunday, like morning, afternoon, and then I do my right hook post that day. So basically you get a bunch of people commenting and liking and giving their opinion on your post. So then your traction is way higher on the newsfeed, and your posts are going to show up in everyone's newsfeed that commented or liked that post. And then you do that right hook of join my challenge or join my team or whatever that invite for the week is. I try and only do 1 a week, but you right hook after that post, and it seems to work out really well. So I love those opinion posts because they get lots of traction on your Facebook page. So try and shoot for doing those ones on Sunday evenings where you right hook. That's all I have to say. But Kelsey, seriously, love everything you put together tonight.
Thanks. Did anyone else have anything else? Anything? If not, I think we're going to end the call. You guys are all awesome. Thanks for jumping on tonight. And I will be posting this on the Live2Inspire YouTube, and I'll put it on our pages. So you guys rock. Have a good one.